Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Here's Damiere Byrd to return from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time unwrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Falcons at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Then he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
I looked down. He was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Josh Palmer with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon.
The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Bird to return from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them stuck in the dock.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Now back to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Johnson running right. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Herbert. That's caught down the field by Palmer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Heading up the man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under, instead he fired an absolute bullet. receiver in motion to the left. Herbert back to the air. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
They're going to look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 17-3.
Chargers 17, Falcons 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. As the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to come into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. In motion right comes Allen. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 24, Falcons 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
38. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ridder and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
It's now 3rd down.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Herbert just beat the play clock. That ball caught by Slayton. Touchdown, Chargers. Darius Slayton, 41 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
31. Falcons 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ridder for the 3rd time. picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, Slayton. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 14. Got a man open. It's Ross. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
Green jack. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Watch it. Stick.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Breaking down at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Black Ultra.
On play action, they'll throw. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Back to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5.
Striker. 3-3.
Johnson. is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Being chased out left. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Open man is Palmer. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Their catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's go. Red, yellow. Yo, blue. Red.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here we go. Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Right, kick.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the...
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians, as this ball game is now officially over. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So
for the Chargers, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
You getting paid for?